Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yeah, 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 yeah. Lil Brunson back at you with the back at you, and I am the best reporting on the Eagles. Listen, man, we got a couple things to talk about. One thing might, surprise you, but the next thing is not going to surprise you. I can assure you of that. You know what I'm saying? It just ain't going to surprise you. Also, I'm gonna drop a link, man. My news break, man. I'm on news break too, man. Make sure you tap in, man. It's like, news break is more of a regional thing, but if you're looking at Philadelphia news, I'm on news break, man. That's dope, man. Shout out to news break, man. Listen, man. I'm gonna go with the good. I'm gonna go with the optimistic news first. Then we gonna talk about how they be sending out these hatements. They ain't statements. These is hatements. We gonna talk about the hatements after some optimistic slash positive news. I think we might be decent at linebacker, yo. I think we really might be decent at linebacker. You gotta hear me out, man. I feel like number one, you got, obviously the new coaching staff. Obviously, you got new eyes and ears around the defense. And, I feel like, we finally got some coaches who going to put the best people in the best position to succeed. We're not going to play favoritism ball. Now, favoritism ball is, why Nathan Gary was thought to be, getting the playing time of a guy who actually does what he's supposed to do in the clutch. No disrespect. I'm just calling a spade a spade. A lot of favoritism ball, man, goes on with the Philadelphia Eagles organization, per the last coaching staff. But, maybe those things could change. Maybe those things can change. The unknown is one reason why I think we're going to be decent. Listen, with that favoritism ball that happened, you don't know what you're getting out of Davion Taylor. You really don't know what you got. I saw a few glimpses of greatness out of Sean Bradley. A few. I saw a few things that he could possibly be great. A few things that I saw that makes me believe he could possibly be great. You know what I'm saying? So Davion Taylor, Sean Bradley. Never saw Eric Wilson in the Eagles uniform. You don't know what Jacoby Stevens is bringing to the table. I mean, let me know in the comments if I'm missing somebody else who we didn't see perform, from a linebacker position. Those guys, with the skill sets that they have, cannot be much worse than what we produced, especially with the scheme that we ran with. So I'm going to go with the unknown for being one of my reasons. One of my other reasons is, Alex Singleton combined with Eric Wilson. I just think that is going to be a very, very underrated group. I think that's going to be a very, very underrated duo in the linebacking cores this year for, the National Football League. I think that these are two guys that, they're not flying under the radar to me, but they're not getting the respect that they deserve. Hence, the linebacking core is still talked about in terms of being one of our strongest needs. But let's talk about Alex Singleton, top 30 in solo sacks. That's something that went under the radar last year. All they talked about was how bad we was. But I understand why I went under the radar. It's not really nothing to talk about when you're 4'11 and 12. But to us, for how we feel about our linebacking core, we under this impression and we got this thing with us that we think these dudes are just bottom of the barrel buns. But it's some bright spots there. You know what I'm saying? Top 50 in solo sacks is pretty darn impressive to me. And he had a pick six, I believe. So he could cover a little bit. I think he could hit. I think that Singleton could be a star. I think he could be a star in the National Football League if in the right situation. I think that about him. And it's another dude that I think could be a star. Let's talk about Eric Wilson. I think he could be a star. Improved every year he was in the league. You know what I'm saying? Got some familiarity with, JG, you know what I'm saying, over there in Minnesota. You know what I'm saying? I just really feel like that this is another dude who we got for cheap, got at a steal. Same thing with Singleton. Got these dudes for close to nothing, and they continue to be diamonds in the rough. This is what I love about football. You never know who's behind you, pause. You never know who is, you never know who's waiting on the bench for their time to shine. And it happens a lot in football, man. It happens a lot in football. You can't deny it, man. Tom Brady coming in the game. If Drew Bledsoe never got hurt, we don't know who would be talking about being the GOAT right now. We don't know. Tom Brady came in and changed things. It's all about an opportunity. How many quarterbacks, Jalen Hurts came in for Carson Wentz, changed things. You never know what you're going to get when somebody take over your spot. That's why nothing's guaranteed in football. But Eric Wilson, man. Top 20 or 25 in interceptions, I believe. I can't remember which one it was. I think it was top 25 in interceptions. He had 3 interceptions. So a guy that can also cover and tackle. And I think he had about 55 solo tackles, which had him somewhere around like, I think it had him in the top 100 as well. But this is a guy who can do it all as well. These guys I feel like could be stars if put in the right situation. And I think a cover 3 is the right situation. More blitzes is the right situation. We talk about how bad, we were calling the blitz and dialing the blitz up last year. It's not even that we were bad. We just didn't do it. I think the third least in the league. Despite having the third most pressure in the league. Like, who does that? If you get in there with 4, won't you send some extra juice? Really harass the quarterback. Maybe you won't be getting blown out. Maybe you won't be being put in bad situations. How many times do bum quarterbacks get off on us? I'm getting tight now. How many times do it happen? Fitzpatrick's still in the league probably because of us. How many undeserving quarterbacks get off on us? Daniel Jones, we let him get off. You know what I'm saying? We let Dak get off. These dudes are buns to me, and they just get off. It don't make no sense, man. If you're going to pressure somebody, really do it. Send a blitz or 2. You know what I mean? And I think that that's going to help our cornerback stand out because I think that this new coaching staff is smart, they're analytical, and they taking notes. So I'm not worried about the linebacking core. A new scheme, a new coach is going to solve all of that for me, man. Let's move on, man. It's a reporter by the name of Jason Cole. If y'all don't know who he is, this is what he looks like. That's what he looks like. It's a reporter, Jason Cole, and he's under the impression that, Nick Sirianni automatically that Howie Roseman and Jeffrey Lurie are going to run over the top of Nick Sirianni. He's going to be just like some dude boy walking around, don't know his job. They're not going to let him run any football operations. He is already under that impression. And there's no longer it's no longer an attack when they say things like this. We clarified that. We dove a little deeper into this theory of ours. It's strategic. They got to say everything negative about Philadelphia because it's going to get the clicks. How do you know what this man's relationship is going to be like with the owner already? How do you know I think Howie Roseman learned to stay out of football operations. I think he learned that last year. To stay out of it. And let them do them and he bring the players in and let them coach the players. I don't think Howie Roseman is going to be a pain in this situation at all. I think Howie Roseman grew and matured. And I think Jeffrey Lurie grew and matured. It happens from winning Super Bowls. You grow and you mature. As a coach, as a player, everything. The success humbled us and made us grow and mature. So I think we're going to be straight. I'm not worrying about none of these reports. They're using it for clickbait. Remember when YouTubers used to say my name all the time? To try to get a response? Come on. They know what they're doing. It is what it is, though, man. But we're not going to feed into that, though, man. Let me know what y'all think in the comments.